Welcome this week's review of the Czar's custom cigar. It's 9:30 in the morning here at Cairns. New setting at Cairns. We're doing a couple of wine tasting videos today, which we might actually show some on the forum in the next week or two. But it's even I'm not used to drinking at 9:30 in the morning, but I look forward to experiencing a whole new delight. These custom blends, I have now had them in our possession for just on 15 days, 12 to 15 days, I think it is. I wasn't blown away with this. The tampa's magnificent. I suppose what I want to get from Ken is some input as to final blend, what it needs, should we need to adjust it. Aroma at cold is magnificent. Construction's fantastic. The shape is sublime. It's a thinking man's big cigar.
Well, this is about the third or fourth I've had of these, and one of them I thought was very good. The other's certainly not as good as your...
Tampa. We'll be back. First of all, draw, aroma. You're happy with the construction? You're happy with the size?
It's that's fine. It's a bit of
well, there's no moulds. These aren't made with moulds. These are 100% handmade, no moulds used cigars.
Purely a comment, not a criticism.
I don't think you'll find two absolutely identical. Kenny, initial thoughts on the Czar?
Well, I'm thinking that maybe... Oh, look, little holes running down.
Yeah, well, that's where you no, that's not that. You bunch of leaf and there's gaps in there.
No. I'm thinking that... Well, it's certainly a lovely cigar. If it's got any problem, it probably is just simply too young. I'm getting quite a bit of chocolate in this one now.
Yeah, there's a ton of chocolate in there. Yeah. But it's not perfectly balanced. Look, effectively what we have here is you take it's a unique shape. It's a celestialis fino in length, but with a 48 gauge. So it gives you scope to really put an interesting blend in there, as well as the tapering towards the cap of the cigar allows it to fit comfortably for people who don't like big cigars.
Bit over medium.
Just over medium. Chocolate and toasted tobacco, really.
Yeah, but certainly a lot of that, the chocolatey flavours. That's the Secco, I take it. This got more Secco than the Tampa?
Well, it has got more Secco than the Tampa. You tend to find that in that Tampa, your ligero component, say, might be anywhere up to 17%, 18, 20%.
It's also
whereas in this one here, it'd be less.
Okay. But I mean,
it's actually smoking a lot better this week than it was when we first got them.
Those extra 3 days may have saved it.
That dry boxing really did make a huge difference. Oh, let's see how it goes so far. Yeah, I'm gonna call for comments on how we can improve it once we get to the midpoint, Ken. Because I think the whole idea of this is to work out how we can improve the cigar. I don't want a cigar that you have to lay down. I want a cigar that smokes great out of the box. That also has some aging possibilities, some aging characteristics to it. But I don't want a cigar that doesn't smoke well straight out of the box.
But I think this is smoking pretty well.
Oh, it is.
Yeah.
But, I also want a 92, 94 cigar. That's what I want. I want it to be a 92, 94 cigar, and I'd like, 8 out of 10 to be 92, 94 cigars.
Well, I'm thinking this is sitting 90, 91 or so.
At this point in time. Back to you once we get to that halfway point. But so far, hey, tributes. Well, look, I love this place. Now, this is a nice setting out here. You should sit out here more often.
Carting the table out, it's an awful lot of work.
It is. We had to clean the table first.
We did not have to. The table was clean.
We'll be back to you shortly. It's been certainly the best one I've had to date.
Yeah, I think well, this is about the third or fourth, and the previous one was very good as well.
Yeah.
To me, it started like a very young cigar, and it was a bit sort of hard and hot, and it's still a little bit like that, but it's had this lovely chocolate, and it's dropped back to about medium for me.
Yeah, it's dropped back to medium. It's got that lovely chocolate, a little bit of charcoal in there. It was just a campfire. It was a lovely, rich cigar, which you'd give a 90, 91 to, I would.
91, 92, yeah.
90, 91 to. Changes. What change? I would like to see a little bit more complexity through it.
How much complexity do you get in very young cigars anyway? You don't...
Well, I'd like to see a change. Yeah. That's right. Just a little bit more of a change, which I'll manage that.
I wouldn't be doing too much to it.
No, not far off. We're definitely not far off. I'll sit down with the blenders and shoot them a copy of the video and some notes and come out with just a little bit more streamlined on this one here. Won't take too much to get up there. I think it's not quite as good a cigar at this point as the Tampa, but I don't think I'm too far off it in what we're trying to achieve.
And both are nearly as good as the one you're not bringing out.
To bring out 1 or 2 cigars a year and change it. Every other year, bring out another one.
Are you having a Czar band?
I don't even think we're going to ban these. I think we're just ribbing them up I think they're gorgeous the way they are. I just don't think we need to have a ban on them. This is the sort of cigar we'll sell in singles. 3s, 5s, etc. there. And, if you want 25, have 25. If you want 50, have 50. If you want 3, have 3. I don't want to break it up. Up to you guys. Pricing perspective, you've got to work that out. Your cost of scale when you're doing true customs is such that you don't have the economies of scale that you do in a factory. Cuban tobacco, Cuban leaf, and lovers of the leaf and the brotherhood worldwide, and just something a little bit different, a little bit celebration for ourselves.
And comes back again, I still would love to see some form of code for rollers on boxes. I reckon they're better going with rollers than they are colour coding. Just have a code. We don't have to know who it equates to.
Yeah.
We're just, XY23, etc. And if you have a good cigar from XY23, you next time you go and buy a box of Bolivar Gigantes, okay, that's the roller I like.
Well, I'm sure they'll take that into consideration, Ken, and ignore it completely. What is this magnificent wine we're drinking today at 9:30 in the morning?
This is the Balnaves Coonawarra Cabernet. Beautiful drop.
Lovely drop.
Balnaves is one of the great Coonawarra producers.
Guys, that's just a little wrap up on the Czar. Work in progress, not far off it. 1991 cigar, loving it, love the shape, thoroughly enjoyed it.
Absolutely.
Until next week, have a good one. Cheers.
What's happening next week? When are we doing the Bahikis?
Until next week.
I've been promised Bahikis for months. Months. God, doing this at 9 in the morning, seriously.
Draw is fantastic.
Two bad-tempered old middle-aged blokes. It's going to go well.
I'm not middle-aged anyway.
Oh, you're kidding, aren't you? Downhill slide.
My father's in better health.